against men, women against women, and communities against communities. For most of the people here, the more blood, the better.
In the lush highlands of South America, rituals speak to a world beyond our own, where the living connect with the ancestors. Stick around as we delve into the dance with the dead, where masked revelers in Bolivia spin with souls, and witness the excruciatingly painful fire ant trial, seeking truths in the heart of the Amazon that are stranger than fiction. If you dare to walk the path of the peculiar, stay tuned as we unveil the enigmatic night of San Juan and the Andean spiritual heritage you won't want to miss. Number 1. The Tinku Rituals. We begin our journey to the isolated highlands of Bolivia, where the ancient ritual of Tinku emerges as a mesmerizing spectacle of culture and controlled aggression. Originating from the rugged Potosi department, this ceremonial combat unfolds as a sacred offering to Pachamama, the revered Mother Earth. It is a powerful invocation for bountiful harvests and harmony within the community. As the sun rises, onlookers gather with hearts pounding, captivated by the vibrant display of tradition. Participants clad in striking traditional garb engage in fierce one-on-one brawls, their bodies moving rhythmically to the pulsating sounds of flutes and drums. Each clash is not merely a fight, but a profound expression of respect and solidarity. Which one is cuter? Like for the dog, comment for the cat. A dance of strength and spirit. The bloodshed during these ritualistic encounters is believed to nourish the earth, forging an unbreakable bond between humanity and nature. While the clashes are genuine, they embody a delicate balance of conflict and camaraderie, echoing the complexities of life itself. Number 2. Offerings to Pachamama, Mother Earth. Next, we venture into the heart of the Andean highlands. Bolivians honor Pachamama, the goddess of fertility and earth, through chilling rituals that intertwine reverence and fear. Among the most macabre offerings are dried llama fetuses, known as sullus, believed to be potent symbols of life and prosperity. These offerings are not merely acts of devotion. They are steeped in a dark belief that the greater the sacrifice, the more significant the return. As dusk falls, shamans gather in shadowy corners, whispering ancient incantations while preparing their offerings. The fetuses, preserved in eerie stillness, are burned or buried beneath homes to invoke blessings. Yet beneath this facade of spirituality lies a chilling speculation. Some believe that human sacrifices may still occur in secret rites, where the ultimate offering could yield unimaginable rewards. The thought of lives extinguished for greater gains sends shivers down the spine as whispers of these dark practices ripple through communities. As night deepens, the flickering flames cast ghostly shadows on the earth, and the air thickens with tension. Number 3. Festival of Blood. The Owa Fiesta, or Festival of Blood, unfolds each July in the Andean village of Coyolurqui, where a chilling spectacle captivates thousands. This ancient ritual, steeped in history, symbolizes the struggle between the indigenous people and Spanish conquerors. At the heart of the festival is the majestic Andean condor, tied to a bull, representing the oppressed Inca against their oppressors. As the bull bursts into the arena, panic ensues. The condor flaps its massive wings and pecks at the bull's back, a desperate attempt to escape. The scene is haunting and mesmerizing as onlookers cheer for this bizarre battle. The condor, revered as a sacred being, embodies hope and resilience, while the bull symbolizes colonial oppression. After the spectacle, the condor is released, soaring into the sky as villagers make wishes, believing it carries their hopes. This macabre ceremony is both a communal celebration and an act of survival, where participants believe that by consuming the life force of the animal, they strengthen their souls, creating an unbreakable connection with the natural world. Number 4. The Feast of Coyolurqui. The Coyolurqui festival is particularly intriguing due to its secretive nature, which intertwines ancient traditions with contemporary spirituality. Nestled in the remote Sinakara Valley, this breathtaking celebration unfolds under the full moon, merging indigenous Andean beliefs with Catholicism to honor the Lord of Koiluriti and the mountain god Apu. The festival is rooted in a pre-Inca fertility rite linked to the Pleiades star constellation, marking the transition from old to new and heralding the harvest season. Many rituals are conducted from public view, known only to local communities that have preserved these practices for centuries. As thousands of pilgrims ascend toward the sanctuary, they navigate a path filled with vibrant costumes and hypnotic music. Yet the deeper significance of many ceremonies remains hidden from outsiders. The air buzzes with excitement as ukukus, mythical half-man, half-bear guardians, weave through the crowd, maintaining order and tradition. Vendors sell alacitas, small keepsakes believed to carry blessings, adding an air of mystery to the pilgrimage. Number 5. Takanakui. Next, we witness the Takanakui Festival, a unique and raucous celebration held annually on December 25th in the Chumbivilcas province near Cusco, Peru. This event is anything but ordinary. It involves community members engaging in fistfights to settle old grudges and conflicts from the past year. The term Takanakui, which means to hit each other in Quechua, encapsulates the spirit of this fascinating tradition. As the sun rises on Christmas Day, men, women, and children gather in vibrant attire, donning colorful ski masks that signify their regional heritage. The atmosphere is electrifying, filled with music and laughter as participants prepare for their bouts. Referees oversee the matches to ensure safety and fairness. After the fights, participants celebrate with food and drinks, reinforcing community bonds and fostering camaraderie. This ritual not only serves as a form of social catharsis, but also symbolizes a fresh start as the new year approaches. Number 6. Dance with the Dead. Welcome to Bolivia's Dance with the Dead, a mystical celebration where the boundary between the living and the departed blurs into a vibrant, ethereal union. Every November 1st, in the heart of La Paz, All Saints' Day takes on an extraordinary life of its own. The streets come alive as locals, donning colorful costumes and intricate masks resembling their ancestors, gather for a spirited dance that transcends time. At the heart of this celebration are the ñatitas, human skulls, revered by families and decorated with love and care. These skulls, believed to house the spirits of the deceased, are adorned with flowers, cigarettes, and even hats, symbolizing protection and guidance from the afterlife. The ñatitas are brought out during the festival, lovingly polished and displayed, as families offer them food, drink, and prayers. The living and the dead unite in a rhythmic celebration that honors memory and life. It's a swirling tapestry of love, joy, and remembrance, where the spirits are welcomed back to join the fiesta with open arms and exuberant hearts. Number 7. The Fire Ant Trial of the Satare Maui. Venturing into the Brazilian Amazon, we encounter one of the most excruciating rites of passage, the fire ant trial. The Satare Maui people believe in embodying the warrior's spirit, and boys must endure the agonizing bite of hundreds of bullet ants as part of their transition into adulthood. These formidable insects, notorious for their searing sting, are woven into gloves made from vines, with their venomous stingers facing inward. At the onset of the initiation, these gloves are worn by the boys, who are acutely aware of the implications of tradition and the pain that follows it. Once the gloves are on, they do ceremonious dancing. They undergo an excruciating pain, which can take many hours. The pain is burning and throbbing and compares to being shot. This pain may last for days. This is not an act of strength. It is a social trial of endurance in which the mind is challenged. The boys' hands swell and ache, but they cannot show it. They must depict the meaning of the word hero. Number 8. Santeria Dark Magic. Santeria, a mysterious and clandestine religion, is as faceted as South American nightlife, originating from Yoruba tribes in West Africa. This Afro-Caribbean religion, born from the ashes of the Atlantic slave trade, is a mix between ancestor worship and Catholic Christian practices, in which the otherworldly coexist with the material world in disturbing ways. In the dark zones, the practitioners referred to as creyentes call on orishas, which are gods of forces of nature and human sentiments. Mysterious rituals include feeding the spirits with food and flowers, and occasionally even animal sacrifices, pleas to spirits for help. Smoke fills the air as drums beat into the darkness to reach the spirits residing in the darkness. But despite such respect, there is more than a touch of menace lurking below. There are stories of people who practiced witchcraft for a curse or to gain control over others in a sort of dark power to entrap the benign and the evil. Number 9. Jaguar Shaman Rituals of Yurupari. The Jaguar Shamans of Yurupari represent a vital cultural heritage shared by various ethnic groups along the Paraná River in southeastern Colombia. These shamans utilize traditional knowledge and ritual practices to heal, prevent illness, and revitalize the natural world. Central to their teachings is the Hibiki ritual, where male children learn essential guidelines for these practices as they transition into adulthood. This knowledge is believed to be inherited from the mythical Yurupari, an all-powerful anaconda who once lived as a human and is embodied in sacred trumpets. The rituals not only serve as a means of healing, but also foster a deep connection to nature and the community's spiritual beliefs. By preserving these traditions, the Jaguar shamans ensure their cultural identity remains vibrant and relevant, passing down wisdom through generations. Number 10. The sacred coca leaves of the Kalawaya. Above the clouds in Bolivia, Kalawaya Indians keep centuries of hereditary knowledge that has not been altered since pre-Inca days. Located in the Bautista Saavedra area, their culture is trans-indigenous, a fusion of Andean spirituality and Christianity, in which healing and with the spirits are part of the process. At the center of their existence is an instinctual understanding of medicine in animal, mineral, and plant forms, imbued with ritual and cosmic knowledge. The Kalawaya healers, famous all over South America, are real seekers of knowledge. These male healers travel on a spiritual odyssey through various biomes and learn about the secret potential of more than 980 medicines. Every trip is a spiritual initiation process, enriching their legendary folklore pharmacy, one of the largest in the world. Their rites are filled with cantus musicians, practitioners of a pan flute and drum that is believed to call the spirits into the world. Number 11. Diablada. The Diablada, a vibrant and captivating dance, is deeply rooted in the cultural heritage of the Andean regions of South America. Originating from a fusion of indigenous and Catholic traditions, it weaves together elements of ancient beliefs with colonial influences, creating a mesmerizing display of color, music, and movement. Performed during religious festivals, particularly the famed Carnival of Oruro in Bolivia, the Diablada is a vivid representation of the eternal battle between good and evil. Dancers don elaborate devil costumes, complete with horned masks and ornate embroidery, while the powerful rhythm of drums and brass instruments fills the air. The performance tells a gripping story where Archangel Michael triumphs over Lucifer, symbolizing the victory of virtue over vice. Each step and gesture reflects the deep spiritual significance of the Andean people, embodying centuries-old tales and cosmic struggles. Number 12. Huaylas Festival. In the Huaylas Valley, the Huaylas Festival begins in August and colors the area with joy, music, and dancing. This celebration is deeply rooted in pre-Columbian culture, in that it celebrates the earth goddess Pachamama and comes at the time of the harvest. When the sun illuminates the great Andes, people come together and wear colorful outfits with clothing designs that are woven history. The atmosphere is tense. As the local folk tunes are heard, the pan flutes and drums reverberate among the mountains. The choreography shows people jumping and spinning, paying their respect to the ground they live on. The indigenous people present food and drinks to Pachamama and occasionally offer llamas to represent prosperity. However, beneath this joyous facade lies a chilling belief. Some murmur of more sinister ceremonies where much more could be risked for much more to gain. Number 13. The Night of San Juan. On the shortest night of the year, the air in Paraguay is charged with anticipation for La Noche de San Juan, which illuminates the darkness with fire's purifying essence. The Night of San Juan comes on June 23rd, and the atmosphere becomes tense and frigid. Heavily lit by fire, bonfires create long, shadowy silhouettes resembling ghosts, while the smell of fire combines with the sound of murmurs of prehistoric practices. This night, which is believed to be full of evil spirits, is considered to bring witches and demons from the underworld to the world of the living. People come together, with their faces painted by the fire, to leap over it as part of the tradition of ridding themselves of any spirits of misfortune. The tradition of beach mooning is even more mysterious because participants bathe in the sea at midnight, and the water is considered to have magical properties. People say 7 devil horses run across the night sky and scatter stinking smoke and loud cries. Number 14. Chavin de Huantar. Rituals. The rituals of Chavin de Huantar, an ancient ceremonial center in the Peruvian Andes, continue to echo through time, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Dating from roughly the early half of the millennium, 1200 BC, this place was an important religious center of the Chavin culture, which attracted people from distant regions to communicate with the mighty gods, especially with Lanzon, one of the stone sculptures depicting a terrible deity. Even though the major temple was abandoned by 400 BC, the site has not laid dormant. Rituals continued to the middle of the 20th century when archaeologist Marino González Moreno sought to limit the use of the structure. It did not work. People were still moving over barriers to conduct ceremonies. In the effort of trying to regain the holiness of the site, he resorted to staging apparitions by dumping animal carcasses around the perimeters to create fear and reverence. Number 15. Ticuna, coming-of-age ritual. The Ticuna tribe celebrates a profound rite of passage for girls known as the Pelazon ceremony, marking their transition into adulthood at the moment of their first menstruation. This change of status commences when the young girl lives in a house made from palm leaves with her mother and a selected aunt. Here, she follows the same phase where she is given the knowledge of what she will be doing in the future in the society. In this spiritual rite, she wears black Genipapo dye as a sign of power and wears colorful and rich eagle feathers to link her with her forefathers. The day brings happy singing and dancing. She jumps over fiery sparks that symbolize hope and courage. The Pelazon ceremony not only celebrates her growth, but also the preservation of the Ticuna people's culture, which should continue to pass from one generation to the next. Number 16. Zoe Puturu lip piercings. Zoe Puturu lip piercings hold profound cultural significance among the Ticuna people of the Amazon, serving as important rites of passage. The piercing process involves the insertion of a sharp thorn from the Puturu palm into the lower lip, marking the transition from childhood to adulthood. This ritual symbolizes maturity, responsibility, and the readiness to uphold Ticuna traditions. For the Ticuna, these piercings are not simply decorative. They represent a deep connection to their ancestors and spiritual beliefs. The pain endured during the process is seen as a testament to one's strength and commitment to the community's values. Beyond its symbolic value, the piercing also serves as a marker of identity, resilience, and pride in their heritage. For the Ticuna, the Puturu piercing reflects a sacred bond with their past, emphasizing the enduring importance of cultural continuity in the ever-changing world around them. Number 17. The Festival of the Crosses. The Fiesta de las Cruces, or Festival of the Crosses, bursts into life each year on May 3rd in Bolivia, particularly in the enchanting Lake Titicaca region. This vibrant event merges both indigenous and Christian elements with a focus on the cross as the symbol of faith and protection. Families come early in the morning to build beautiful crosses using flowers of various colors and making beautiful artwork. These elaborated emblems are carried in colorful ceremonies, and songs and dances are sung and danced in harmony with the environment. The mood is tense, full of happiness, as parents and their kids reunite to celebrate. The highlight of the celebrations is the Aptha Pie, during which people serve food to each other to enhance the spirit of togetherness and thankfulness. Number 18. The Inti Raymi. Every June 24th, the ancient city of Cusco in Peru transforms into a vibrant tapestry of color and sound for the Inti Raymi, or Festival of the Sun. This is a great periodic feast of the Incas, which is celebrated in honor of Inti, the god of the sun, during the time of the solstice in winter. Founded by the Inca Pachacuti in the early 15th century, the event was a call for the sun to return and a word of gratitude for good crops. Thousands of people get together at the Coricancha, the temple of the sun, and actors put on colorful costumes to stage the Inca rituals. During this procession, the participants move through the streets and end at Sacsayhuaman, a huge fortress on a hill overlooking the city of Cusco. Number 19. Dancing Devils of Yar. The Dancing Devils of Yar is a haunting spectacle celebrated in the Andean region of South America, specifically in San Francisco de Yar, Venezuela. Every year in Corpus Christi, people put on horned masks and become evil devils that are the opposite of what society expects. This festival has been celebrated since 1749 and is a mix of African and Catholic influences, thus giving a blend of cultures. When the devils are moving towards the church to confess the sin they committed, the town is filled with horror. After being absolved, the devils then perform a choreographed and vigorous dance that is captivating and at the same time terrifying. Number 20. Bolivia's Oruro Carnival. The Oruro Carnival is one of the most colorful and unique events that unites Catholic and Andean indigenous elements in Bolivia. This colorful celebration is officially listed by UNESCO as the intangible cultural heritage of the country and turns into a real carnival in Oruro every year. The festival includes a stunning procession of masked dancers who perform as devils, angels, and other mythological beings, which symbolize different aspects of life and faith. Dancers wear very elaborate outfits with feathers and sequins, while fireworks brighten up the night. The beats of the drums and the strange chants that the idols perform make the participants lose themselves and never quite differentiate between the real world and the mythology. Number 21. The Dance of the Sicus. In Andean communities throughout Peru and Bolivia rises a charming show called the Dance of the Sicus, a truly magical show that has its roots in mythology, where panpipes sound like voices of the gods and their music echoes in the valleys. People swirl lightly while wearing beautiful costumes with beautiful patterns, symbolizing the distinctiveness of various regions as well as tales of several generations ago. Whether it's done during festivals or religious occasions, the dance is not only entertainment, but also a prayer, connecting the world and everything in it to the divine sphere above us all. Every Siku note resonating with the story of forgotten battles of light and darkness throughout history. Number 22. Ayahuasca ceremonies. Deep within the emerald embrace of the Amazon rainforest, indigenous tribes have long practiced a ritual of transformation and enlightenment, the vision quest. As the spirits are guided by a shaman, the seekers go through a deep spiritual experience where the soul is believed to be set free with the help of native plant entheogens like ayahuasca. As the potent brew takes effect, the veil between the seen and unseen worlds is lifted, offering visions that puzzle the mind and awaken the spirit. This rite of passage is as bewildering as it is sacred, challenging the very fabric of reality for those who undertake its path. Rituals involving the consumption of ayahuasca, a powerful hallucinogenic brew used for spiritual healing and communication with the spirit world. These ceremonies can be intense and transformative. Number 23. The burning of effigies. On New Year's Eve, and during significant festivals across Latin America, communities engage in the dramatic burning of effigies, igniting flames and spirits as night falls. These effigies often symbolize misfortune or malevolent forces, crafted from materials like straw or cloth, and are set ablaze in a powerful act of cleansing. As fire consumes these figures, onlookers gather around to witness not just destruction, but renewal. This ritual serves as a communal catharsis where individuals collectively rid themselves of past grievances and bad luck from the previous year. The flames illuminate faces filled with hope as people chant prayers or sing songs to guide their intentions for prosperity in the coming year. The burning effigies also create an atmosphere charged with energy, a symbolic transition from darkness into light. Number 24. The Guatapé Rock Ritual. The Guatapé Rock Ritual has its cultural origin from the indigenous Tahami people of the region. This ceremony is based on La Piedra, a huge granite stone that has been worshipped for generations. The rock is not only an impressive formation of geology, but also a sacred object which contains divine power. Earlier, the Tahami people believed in the worship of the rock. For them, it was an object of worship. The contemporary practices of Guatapé are presented through offerings and ceremonies dedicated to the rock and the associated landscape. These practices include singing and dancing, as well as sharing meals. La Piedra is a modern shrine for several tourists who climb the 740 steps to watch the stunning scenery of the lakes and islands. This has turned into a modern rite as well as a business that integrates worship and tourism to ensure that the cultural value of Guatapé is passed to generations. As the last drumbeat fades and the candles' glow dims, we close our journey through the strangest rituals from the Andes. These ceremonies remind us that the extraordinary weaves into everyday life. But this adventure isn't over. If these ancient rhythms stirred something in you, hit like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the mystical and bizarre. Keep the spirit of wonder alive and join us for the next adventure. What ritual captivated you the most? Drop your thoughts below. Stay curious, and until next time, take care.